Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. So yesterday we completed the first chapter, that is stakeholder in commercial organization. In the previous chapter we dealt about the different type of stakeholders and what are their expectations to the commercial organization. So today we'll be dealing with another concept that is involved in a company, that is involved in an organization, and the chapter is marketing and sales. Please note that whatever video lessons are being uploaded are as per the ICSE syllabus that is mentioned in your book. So let's start, and in today's session we'll be dealing with topics like what is marketing, what is sale or selling, what are the objectives of marketing, and how do you differentiate between marketing and sale. So this chapter deals with two terms, marketing and sales. Please remember, marketing is a big circle. It's a big activity. And sale is just a part of marketing. Understood? I have tried explaining you through this small diagram. The marketing is the bigger circle and sales is a part of marketing. So sales is a smaller part of a marketing. So now let's understand what is marketing. So marketing is a process of motivating the prospective buyer to buy the good or hire the service, and it is a continuous process. What is marketing? Marketing is a process of motivating the prospective buyer. So let's understand who is a prospective buyer. So let's understand what do you mean by prospective buyer. So suppose that this person is Mr. A. Mr. A is willing to purchase a vehicle. He is willing to purchase a car. Now, he has many options in the market. He has Tata Motors, Hyundai, BMW, Tesla and many other options. So, now it depends upon the organization, upon the company like Tata Motors or Hyundai. The better the company markets its product, the better customer base they prepare. So prospective buyer is a buyer who is willing to purchase a good. For example, I said is willing to purchase a vehicle and he has many options in the market. So it depends upon the company how well he markets its product so that Mr. A purchases it. Now I said you that marketing is a continuous process. See, before selling the products to the customer, it is very important for a company to understand the demand of the customer. And by analyzing the demand of the customer, the company produces or manufactures those kind of goods to satisfy the demand of the customer, to satisfy the demand of the individuals. So marketing is a very long process which involves this study of the customer behavior, then producing or manufacturing of this, selling of the goods, and then the customer feedback so that they can improvise their product in case if needed. Now let's understand the second term, that is sales. So sales are those activities involved in obtaining orders from customers, transferring of ownership and possession of goods and services. What I meant is that sales is a process in which the order are obtained from the customer and it is the order for which they have given. The product is transferred to them, and while the product is transferred to them, the ownership automatically gets transferred to them. Now let's take a very simple example. We all know Poonam Bhaiya. He prepares samosas in the school canteen. Till he sells those samosas, the ownership of those samosas are with Poonam Bhaiya. But once when he gives it to you in exchange of money, when you pay the money and he gives those samosas to you, the ownership is transferred from Poonam Bhaiya to you. So I hope you have understood what do you mean by sales. Now we'll understand what are the objectives of marketing. Now there are 5 objectives of marketing like demand creation, customer satisfaction, goodwill, standard of living and market share. We'll start with demand creation. Now I have explained you. The first word in marketing is that to understand the prospective buyer's behavior and to provide him those kind of good, provide him those kind of services which will fulfill his demand. So before that, before understanding the buyer's behavior, it is very important that a creation of demand is done. For example, everybody of us know about Tata Nano. Initially what happened, that there were no such cars like Tata Nano, a low budget car if I say. The Tata company later thought that when a middle class person or even a high profile person, whoever wishes, purchases a bike at 60,000, if he is willing to pay a little more, he can actually purchase a car. It will satisfy the demand of the customer, and therefore the Tata Group, the Tata Motors manufactured Nano. So we can understand similarly there are so many products in our society, and each of these companies have actually created a demand, and once they created a demand and once they analyzed the behavior of the customer, the behavior of the consumer, they started producing or manufacturing it in a larger scale and earning profit out of it. The second objective is customer satisfaction. See, it's a very simple thing. Even whenever you order something on a social networking commercial site like Amazon, or even if you order anything, I mean even if you go to a Pantaloons or any mall, so while you are getting your bill done, you have a feedback system where you fill up 4 to 5 questions and you give your feedback. Through the analysis of that feedback, the company analyzes that whether the customer was satisfied or not, and what are the necessary steps to be taken by the company to satisfy the customers in the near future. So all these measures comes under marketing, because one of the major feature of marketing is to hold a customer base, because it is very important. If the consumers or the customers are interested in their product, they'll earn profit, and once while they earn profit, they will have a market share in the market. So now we'll talk about the third point, that is goodwill. Now, linking it with the second point, I said you that when a proper feedback is taken from the customer, what happens? A reputation of the company is built in the mind of a customer, that okay, the company is asking me to give feedback, and on the basis of this, if they provide me a better service the next time I come, so that is actually a relationship built between the customer and the company. So that the customer will always wish to come to that company to purchase goods or services produced by them. So that is goodwill. The fourth point is standard of living. See, every person on this earth wants to improve his or her standard of living. Though a human being have unlimited and unending wants, but as per the resources available to the person, he or she wishes to improvise the standard of living. For example, there are various kind of fans, like the Usha fan, then there is Havells. So depending upon the budget of an individual, he or she purchases those fan, and even there are local products, local company fans which is available. So basically in the rural arenas, if we see, there are people who purchase these local products because that is how it fits their budget, and that is how they improvise or they improve their standard of living. So it depends from person to person. The fifth point is market share. I have explained you this point just now, that as the company grows, how do the company grow? The company grows as per the satisfaction of the customer. Once the customer gets satisfied, the customer wishes to come to that company, purchase the products from that company only. When this cycle goes on, what happens? The profit increases, and when the profit increases, the market share, the share of that company in the market increases, and the sustainability of the company in the market increases. Identify the needs and satisfaction of wants. So I have told you that marketing is a big process. It's a continuous process that goes on from identifying the needs to manufacturing or producing it as per the customer demand and selling it to them and receiving the customer satisfaction, and plus working upon the lacunas involved in providing the goods or services. The selling is exchange of goods for money. It's a very simple thing I've told you. It's just the ownership of good from one party to another party for the sake of money. The second difference is marketing. It is wider, it is bigger in scope, and it includes selling. But in selling is narrower. Selling is a part of marketing. The third point is marketing begins before production and continues after sale. I have told you the whole chain. It starts from understanding the customer. Before that, demand creation is done, then customer oriented products are manufactured, and then selling and all those things are done. So this is again to be understood, and I've explained it to you before. Selling begins after production and ends with sale. You know that when the samosas are prepared, then it is sold. And once the selling part is done, once Poonam Bhaiya receives money from you and he gives you samosas, the selling part, the selling transaction ends there. So this is not a continuous process. This happens as and when required. But marketing is a continuous process. The fourth is it is customer oriented. Yes, I told you that a customer satisfaction form, a feedback form is taken and it has to be filled, and according to this the company analyzes whether the customer was satisfied or not, or what are the things that are to be taken by the company to satisfy the customers in the near future. And sales says that it is production oriented, because selling of goods and services is merely done to earn money, to increase the sales volume. The last difference, that is marketing means converting the customer needs into product and services. I told you the demand is actually created in the market by understanding the customer need, and then products and services are manufactured. So marketing involves this. Selling is converting the products and services into cash. I hope you have understood the differences between marketing and selling. In case of any query, you can call on the number given in the WhatsApp group and get your queries clarified. And the homework for you is, please write down in your copy, what do you mean by marketing? What do you mean by sales? And what are the differences between marketing and selling? So whatever discussed today should be written in your copy. It is not required that the words should be same. You can write it in your own words, but please highlight the words, highlight the key words that you're writing it in your homework copy. Thank you.